Hello everyone, welcome back to my class. So today we are going to read our environment. Previously we have completed section A of this chapter. Today we are going to read paragraph 1, 2 and 3 of the text B of the chapter our environment. Okay. So one thing, when I am going through the text, you just go through your book also so that it will be a bit easy for you to understand. See what is written. A large number of scientists have come to the conclusion that global mean temperature of the planet is likely to rise in the range of 1.4 to 5.8 degrees Celsius by 2100 in relation to 1990. So what is written here? This line suggests that in the year 1990, the temperature of the planet was 1.4 degrees Celsius, but by the end of 2100, it is going to be 5.8 degrees Celsius. And this prediction is being done by the scientists, and here means globally, means total overall the temperature of Earth is going to increase. The scientific basis of this prediction. Now the question is, this prediction is being done, but what is the proof of this prediction? Either it is going to happen or just scientists they did speak as per their desire. Means because the temperature is also normally increasing, so they have given the opinion. No, there is also the proof on it. And what is that? The scientific basis of this prediction is contained in the recent report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change IPCC Working Group 1. Listen, try to understand this paragraph properly. Here actually this IPCC, the full form of IPCC is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Okay. And they are having two working groups, Group 1 and Group 2. So this temperature rise prediction is being given by Working Group 1. Means Group 1 scientists have given this prediction. The question of impact of climate change on natural and human system has been studied by the Working Group 2 of the IPCC. So what was the work of Group 1 scientists? They have done the prediction that world mean temperature is going to rise from 1.4 degrees Celsius to 5.8 degrees Celsius. This work is being done by Group 1 scientists, and Group 2 scientists, what they did, that is, they were trying to focus, they are trying to study on what will be the impact of this climatic change, or what will be the impact of this rise in the global mean temperature. And the question, impact of climate change on natural and human system has been studied by the Working Group 2 of the IPCC. Okay, means how this climate will affect human being as well as the nature. Its report released in February 2001, and this Working Group 2 scientists have given the report in the year 2001 in the month of February, assesses the sensitivity, adaptability and vulnerability of natural and human system to the projected climate change scenario. So here they have mentioned that how much sensitivity it will be and how much people can adapt, means how much people can be adjusted with the situation, and how much people and how people are going to be affected by this climate change. All these things are being given by Working Group 2 scientists. Clear? The report carries the authority of 183 authors. So how many authors are there? There are total 183 lead author, means they have taken the leading part, means they were playing the main part to give this report, and 243 contributing author. And how many contributing authors are there? 243. It means total how many people are engaged? So 183 plus 243 means total number of people are there. Okay, because number of lead author was 183 and contributing. Now what is the meaning of contributing author? Means they have helped them, they have find out the data. Okay, they might have done some other work also like correction and all other work. So that is also being done by 243 scientists. contributing author, and here the authors are the scientists only. It represents the scientific consensus on this issue. 440 expert reviewers have reviewed the findings in the report, which was approved by 100 IPCC members in the conference held in Geneva. So listen, what is written here? It represents, means the report represents the scientific consensus on this issue, and the scientific report is being issued on this issue. 440 expert reviewer, and how many reviewer there? Review means what? The people who were scrutinizing all these things. Okay, people who were reading out the report and speaking either it is true or it is false. So there are total 440 expert reviewers have reviewed the findings, means they have checked the finding in the report which was approved, and then it was also approved by 100 IPCC members, and those 100 IPCC members, they did approve the report. That is also not in general, that is also in a conference held in Geneva from 13 to 16 January 2001. Okay, so from 13 to 16 January 2001, there was a conference in Geneva on the climate change and the effect of climate change on nature as well as on human beings. So 100 IPCC members, they have approved the report, means the report which is being presented by IPCC group 2 members, they approved, means they say that yes, this is true. IPCC scientists predict means what? To speak for the future, black and green future for the planet. And what type of future is being predicted? The future is not at all good, the future is quite gloomy, it is dark and it is not favorable. Okay, clear? So paragraph 1 is over. Look at paragraph 2. One disturbing finding of the report is that global warming is already upon us. And what is the most disturbing finding? That we are already facing global warming. Nowadays death due to sunstroke is also taking place. Okay. Preliminary indications show that changes in regional climate and extreme weather have already affected many physical and biological systems. At the same time, preliminary indication means what? Primary indication has shown that this global climate change has already affected the physical and the biological system in a number of places. Now we have to discuss what are the effects of this global warming. Increased frequency means what? Something which is happening time to time, again and again. Increased frequency of floods and drought in different parts of the world is also attributed to the increase in global mean temperature. Flood is increasing and drought is also increasing in a number of places throughout the world. And this is also contributing to the rise in global mean temperature. Now you might be thinking, temperature is rising high. How flood is taking place? There is also a reason. See, shrinkage of glaciers. Shrinkage means what? To become small in size. Glacier means what? I hope you know that big ice sheet or big mountains of ice which is floating in the ocean also. For example, Titanic ship also collided against an iceberg. So that type of iceberg means big size. Shrinkage of glaciers means they are shrinking, means their size is decreasing. It means what? Ice is melting. Melting of ice sheet and ice sheet is melting. Lengthening of growing season in mid to high latitude, and season is also growing from high to mid to high latitude. Just before few days I was speaking to some of the students that when we were students, small kids, we were writing 1 year consists of 12 months and 6 seasons. Very soon students are going to write a year consists of 12 months, only one season, that is summer season. Okay, because global mean temperature is rising in that level. Northward shift of plant and animal habitat boundaries, early flowering of trees, etc. are some examples of the effect of global warming. And here the plant and animal habitat will be shifted. Now you might be thinking why it will be shifted and how. Listen, when temperatures is increasing, some animals can't adjust in the place, so definitely they will try to shift to the cold area. And there will be early flowering of trees in summer season. Whenever we are getting the flowers, means some of the flowers that we are getting summer season, we can get it during the ending of the winter season or in the mid of winter season, are some examples of the effect of global warming. So these are some of the examples of global warming. Next page, paragraph number 3. Human survival is closely linked to health of environment, and to the health of environment, how human beings can survive is closely related. Agriculture, fishery, human settlements are particularly sensitive to climate. So human settlement, agriculture, fishery, all these things are sensitive to climate. Economic sector like industry, insurance and financial services are also dependent upon environmental condition. Now, economic sector is also depending on the environment. For example, insurance, financial service, everything is depending on. While rich and well-resourced communities may adapt to climate change at some cost, the poor may not be able to do so. People who are rich, they can adapt, means they can adjust themselves with the climate change, but the poor people can't do it. For example, see, right now whenever we are also feeling extreme hot in the month of June or July, we are purchasing air conditioners. Yes or no? What about the poor people? People who are living in the footpath, can they afford it? Definitely not, because they are not having their own house. So how can they afford the AC? So rich countries and well-resourced country, resource means what? The country which are filled with natural resources, they can adapt, they can adjust themselves because they are having the finance, okay, to do all these things. But at some cost, the poor not be able to do so. But the poor communities, poor countries won't be able to do it. Adaptability in turn depends upon resources, technology, education, skill, infrastructure and management capabilities. At the same time, adaptability is also depending on technology, education, skill, on all these things. This adaptability is also depending. The poorer nations are weak in most of this area, and the nations which are poor, they are almost poor in almost all this area, in technology, education, skill, infrastructure, management skill, in all these things they are quite poor. That's why they are remaining below the poverty. Okay, means they are not developed country. So when they are already remaining below all these things, how can they adjust? This is also a question. Cost of adoption will increase as global warming takes hold, and this is also true. Cost of adoption also will increase, means people have to pay a high price for it. Global warming would produce net economic loss in many developing countries, and because of this global warming, there will be direct economic loss in number of countries. The problem of coping with climate change is made worse by existing problems like population growth, etc. It is mentioned population growth, etc., but no etc. is there. Only population growth is there. At the same time, this global temperature is rising high, but we are unable to cope up with it. And the worst problem is that population is increasing rapidly. Okay, day by day, the population of Earth is increasing tremendously, and this is the reason that why we are unable to cope up with the global warming. Okay, read this much. Again soon I will upload from paragraph 4 to 10. Okay, till then read. Anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. And if anyone is interested for the online classes, you can contact me. Okay, all of you, have a nice time.